Yo, what is up YouTube? James Baek here. Welcome back to another episode of VGC 2019 Baek Battles. Today we're using the Kyurem-Black team once again with Kyurem-Black, Solgaleo, Hydreigon, Venusaur, Tapu Fini, and Incineroar. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes, I highly recommend you go check them out because Kyurem-Black has been putting in a ton of work. It's been insane how much work this monster has been doing. And yeah, I'm surprised as well. I think Kyurem-Black is good. It's just Xerneas is a thing. That's literally the only Pokemon that's stopping the Kyurem-Black destruction, as well as Kartana, I guess. But like you can deal with Kartana. The Xerneas is a lot more harder to deal with because they usually tend to focus more on supporting that Xerneas. So yeah, but this Kyurem-Black has been a monster, doing so much damage, so much pressure that this Kyurem-Black can admit onto a lot of teams, and it just has such great coverage. Ice plus electric plus ground, and we have that ghost shadow ball just in case for the Lunala, and also opposing Solgaleos, I guess, and Necrozmas. But I mean, I usually just leave that to the Hydreigon to deal with those. The main job for Kyurem-Black is just to do a lot of damage with the bulky support, especially that Fini gives. I think it's been a pretty strong mon overall from what we've been using, and I'm very impressed with Kyurem-Black. Let me just say, I'm very impressed with how it's been doing so far. Of course, if you do want to see this team on the Globe Link, be sure to hit that like button. 175 likes is the like goal for this video and all the other videos we use this team. And if we do hit it within 2 weeks of the final episode being uploaded, we will have a QR code of this team on the Global Link for everyone to try out. Otherwise, you can try out the paste spin of it down below in the description. And yeah, it is taking quite a while to find games, which is a little bit surprising, but yeah. Otherwise, I don't know, Kyurem-Black is just so much fun. We'll just cut it out here till we find our first game. So we'll be right back with the first game of today's episode. We got Audrey from Spain as our first opponent, 1533 rating. Let us see what the team is. Gonna be one of the more popular Lunala Xerneas matchups, which I'm actually kind of happy that we're facing because this is one of the matchups that I'm quite curious to see if I can do well in or not, because this is kind of a tough team to deal with. We got Xerneas, Lunala, Amoonguss, Incineroar, Tapu Koko, and the Kartana. Definitely, I already know what 4 Pokemon I'm bringing. I don't think Hydreigon's coming, unfortunately. It does well against Lunala, it does well against the Kartana, but doesn't do well against the doesn't do well against everything else. Gonna bring Solgaleo for sure. Solgaleo plus Fini plus Kyurem-Black plus Incineroar should be able to do the job. How effective is it is the question. I want to lead. Incineroar Solgaleo seems fine to me. I think Incineroar plus Solgaleo is fine to me. But if like Lunala leads, then I don't have a good switch. Trying to think. Is it worth allowing Kyurem to take that much damage? I don't think it is. I think I want to lead Kyurem plus Incineroar actually with Fini plus Solgaleo in the back. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine, unless you're actually gonna just go Incineroar plus the Xerneas lead, which I guess would be frustrating for me to deal with, but let's see how this is gonna go. Definitely one of the matchups I'm still trying to work out the kinks out of. This was definitely one of the matches that I thought was pretty scary, but we'll see if we have it. I think we have the tools that can beat it. We just gotta play really well here. So we're gonna see the Lunala Tapu Koko lead. Okay. Which is probably the best I could say that this lead could offer, because I can go for Snarl right here and not really get punished at all, and I could probably just Earth Power the Tapu Koko. So yeah, I could also fake out right here Electric Seed on the Lunala. I don't have to worry about Z-move from Luna. So where's the Z-move? Guessing it's the Tapu Koko. So I could also go for Shadow Ball if I really want to know Lunala. That's not really worth it to me though. I think overall I do want to just go for a Snarl and Earth Power because it covers for like an Incineroar that could come in. My opponent can't really knock out the Kyurem. Yeah, I think Snarl is fine. It also covers for the Xerneas potentially coming in. We're going to see the Protect from the Tapu Koko and maybe an attack in the Kyurem, I'm guessing, if this is the case. We are going to see the Moongeist Beam, so that should be targeting my Kyurem. This is going to do a decent amount. I'm curious on how much it actually is able to do. So here it comes, the Moongeist Beam into the Kyurem. Wow, that actually did a lot less. Then again, it's probably a bulkier variant of Lunala. We will be able to get Snarl off into the Lunala. Yes, nice. Okay, so we break Shadow Shield, which is awesome. So we can get rid of Lunala potentially right away, and that means my Solgaleo could have more fun. So definitely a great position here, and especially since Tapu Koko already saw that I have the Earth Power, probably doesn't want to stay in because it would probably get knocked out to the Earth Power. And by probably, since it's not Solvest, it probably does. So right here, I'm probably going to U-turn. I think the Tapu Koko is forced to switch out. I don't know if Xerneas is going to hard come in on a Snarl potentially, or if it's going to be a Incineroar, but I could also see it being a Wide Guard Lunala. You Wide Guard here and you switch out into Xerneas. That's also a play I could definitely see here. But yeah, Snarl is really nice here. So we're actually just going to see the straight Electrium Z. Who's that targeting? Is that targeting my Incineroar? That's not going to KO. Doesn't target? I don't think a double up knocks out my Kyurem-Black either, so curious to see the decision. Let's see. Gonna be the Gigavolt Havoc. Probably based off a Thunderbolt, I would imagine. Who is this going out into? No matter what, I'm living it with feeder Pokemon. Incineroar. Okay. So no Volt Switch instead. Does a good amount. Doesn't proc my Berry. Moongeist Beam wouldn't proc my Berry, fortunately, but I think it's going into Kyurem once again, so I could have actually got like a huge, oh, it doubles up into my instant. Nice. And thanks to that Snarl, we do survive. I think we would have survived regardless, but we are able to get our Berry back, and that's pretty good, so I don't have to worry about knockoffs in the future. So nice, we are able to get a Shadow Ball off, and not sure if my opponent's expecting this, but we will be able to get that Shadow Ball off into Lunala, pick up that knockout. So Lunala does go down. Awesome. As we will go for a U-turn as well from the Incineroar, go out into the Tapu Koko, and yeah, this is looking pretty solid here. Because I can go out into my Solgaleo here, because if you want to go the, what's it called? If you want to go your Xerneas, I have a Sunsteel Strike waiting just for you. So let's see what my opponent decides to bring out. It's going to be the Incineroar. No surprise there. I can go back in my own Incineroar and click Earth Power, which is nice. I could also potentially double up the Incineroar if I really want to, but I'd probably proc a Berry and then miss a knockout with Earth Power potentially. So that's probably not worth it to me. I think I'm just going to go for that Earth Power into the Incineroar slot. And I could go into my own Incineroar. I could protect. I'd rather protect realistically here because of the fact that if you Volt Switch into my Solgaleo, not really that worth it to me. If you Flare Blitz into my Kyurem, I think that's fine for me as well. We'll see what my opponent decides to do here, but I don't want to let Xerneas in for free if you Volt Switch or U-turn out into it, which is the main reason why, as we do see the Fake Out into the Solgaleo slot, and Thunderbolt into the Solgaleo as well. No, it's in the Kyurem, so Kyurem should be able to take this very comfortably. Oh my lord, that did no damage at all. Earth Power gonna come out into the Incineroar. Is that 2 KO? Yeah, it is. Ooh, that's good to know actually. That's good to know for the future. Okay. What's Kyurem-Black's speed? I can't remember the speed stat. Min speed 90. So we should outspeed the Incineroar. So we can go for Earth Power and Trick Room here. Or we could cover up with the Sunsteel Strike, but again, that's not really worth it to me if I proc Berry by accident. So gonna see a Thunderbolt come out once again and gonna target down my Solgaleo. Won't be doing too much damage as we are gonna be able to outspeed the Tapu Koko again. Earth Power off into the Incineroar. Pick up that knockout. Kyurem-Black doing a fantastic amount of work here, knocking out that Incineroar, and we are getting this Trick Room up. And now, if it is the Incineroar, if it's Kartana in the back, I feel like this is game over for my opponent. Let's see. Gonna be that Xerneas, so we can go for Sunsteel Strike pretty safely, and we can go for an Earth Power into the Tapu Koko. Don't even need to really do much. Xerneas without a Geomancy isn't really that threatening right here, and Sunsteel Strike will be able to knock out the Xerneas, while the Earth Power will be able to knock out the Tapu Koko. Well, Sunsteel Strike might not knock out the Xerneas, and you can knock out my Kyurem at the worst possible situation, but even then, that's not even that bad for me. I get a free switch into Feeny and the Keel Pulse or Light Screen. Are probably going to come out, knock out the Tapu Koko. Tapu Koko is now gone, and we will be able to get a Sunsteel Strike into the Xerneas, and that will be able to finish it off. So here it comes. Sunsteel Strike into the Xerneas. Should be able to pick up the knockout, even if it doesn't, we're still in a good spot. Pretty bulky Xerneas, as Geomancy is going to come out. And even in Geomancy, that is fine. I go on to Feeny, click Sunsteel Strike a bunch of times. We're still in a very good spot regardless. Yeah, you can Geomancy all you want, buddy. You can Geomancy all you want because this game is over. This game's actually over. Electric terrain disappears. We can go into Feeny, click Sunsteel Strike. Then we can click Light Screen or Heal Pulse a bunch of times. Yeah, like, no matter what, my opponent's not getting out of this. Summon Protects, too, is, like, a lot to ask for. To stall out the Sunsteel Strikes, we will go on Xerneas, however. And we go on our Tapu Fini, get the Misty Surge, get our Misty Seed, get even more boosted, get a Light Screen up. There's a lot we can do. Xerneas gonna Protect here. And we have 3 turns left. I think we have 3 turns left. So I might as well 3 turns, right? No, 2 turns. Okay, I can Light Screen here. I can Light Screen, then go out and Incineroar for the following turn. My opponent wants to go for a triple Protect. Then I get Instant Trick Room again. Not much my opponent can do. Not even gonna go for it. So Sunsteel Strike will be able to knock out the Xerneas, and that should be the game. So here it comes, Sunsteel Strike once again into the Xerneas. Gonna be able to pick up that knockout, and that's gonna be a good game to my opponent. So overall, just Kyurem-Black doing so much work. Knocked out 3 Pokemon, lead the Xerneas to the Solgaleo. That's all we needed. So able to pick up that win. Very, very, very good. That I think just being able to, one, the Electricity on Lunala didn't really help my opponent because it wasn't really doing much damage. The Snarl was pretty good turn 1 because the Tapu Koko protected, and the Lunala just went for the, what did you go for? I went for the Moongeist Beam, didn't do much damage. I got the lower special attack. I was able to get a Earth. I was able to then knock up the Lunala, and Lunala was like the Pokemon I needed to get rid of because it was the biggest threat to my Solgaleo. Once Lunala was out of the picture and the Koko used its Z move as well, my Solgaleo was very safe in this game. There wasn't really much my opponent could do about it. But anyway, we'll be right back with the second game of today's episode. Alright, we got Mitch Kolb, United States. I don't know how to pronounce that name. What is this team? Groudon, Xerneas, Whimsicott, Milotic, Tapu Lele, and Incineroar. So the one positive note about this team is that it's very weak to Venusaur. Man, I kind of wish I could bring my Kyurem-Black, but I don't know if I can. It's good against Groudon, obviously. Decent against Milotic. Well, beats Milotic, can beat Instant potentially. But I don't know because this is going to be a tough one. I do like my Venusaur a lot in this matchup. Venusaur is good. Hydreigon's no good. Do I want my Feeny? Feeny's pretty decent. Because I want to bring Venusaur. I want to bring Incineroar for sure. Then the last 2 are a question because I could bring my Feeny, which could help my situation with the Misty Seed as well as the Heal Pulse option, which allows me to play a bit more aggressive. But maybe I don't need my Feeny here. I mean, Feeny's kind of nice, but I don't think it's necessary. I think I'm going to lead Venusaur Solgaleo with Incineroar plus Kyurem in the back, and I kind of like how that looks to me. It's gonna be a bit interesting because I never really brought the Solgaleo without the Feeny before, and like usually Feeny's a star member of this team, right, with the Light Screen, the Heal Pulse options, but this game I just really can't see it. So let's see how it goes. Hopefully the video isn't really lagging too much. I don't know why my computer started lagging for some reason earlier, so we started recording. Hopefully it works out. Looks fine for now, but hopefully it doesn't slow down again. Let's see what my opponent decides to do. But yeah, Venusaur Solgaleo covers for a lot of things. If Incineroar Xerneas leads, I get a free switch. We're gonna see the Tapu Lele plus Whimsicott. Okay, not totally expected. You can't Encore me either. I get a Trick Room up for free, and I could just... You can't even Encore my Venusaur when I could Protect. I could Sunsteel Strike here. I get a Sunsteel Strike here, actually. I think I'm just going to Protect, and only one of these Pokemon can have the Sash, which means another one doesn't, so it might be a... Could be a Choice Scarf on the Lele, then. If that's the case, I want to go for the Sunsteel Strike into the Lele, because I don't want to give Whimsicott a free switch. I could also go Incineroar to... But I don't want to Sunsteel Strike the Whimsicott solo because of the fact it could have Endeavor, too. I'm always worried about Endeavor Whimsicott because it's so scary to deal with. I think I'm just going to go for the Sunsteel Strike into the Tapu Lele. Yeah. As we're gonna see the Lele protect, so I mean it's not the worst position for me. I'll definitely take it. So we know it's not a Scarf Lele. We will just go for the protect with Venusaur. We will see the Tailwind go up, which is okay here. I think Incineroar is the next play I want to make. The problem is if I get damaged with Solgaleo, Xerneas becomes problematic. I'm just really scared of Endeavor from the Whimsicott. So same play as before, we Sunsteel Strike and we switch out into Incineroar this time because we don't want to take that Psychic move. I guess this is going to be problematic of how to maneuver against the rest because like I'm thinking Groudon can come in, but if I don't make this play, the Endeavor comes out from Whimsicott. I'm super scared, so yeah, it's super frightening. Is that a Z move? Oh, please tell me you didn't predict the Incineroar switch and went for that. Actually, that might be better for me realistically, but this might be in a Solgaleo, which is not the worst, I guess. Let's see if he actually predicted the instant switch. Oh, he went to the Solgaleo, okay. Oh, that's bad. That took a lot of damage. Grass not gonna come out. Target down my Solgaleo too, so my opponent doubled up the Solgaleo, which is not good for me because, yeah, we get the Sunsteel Strike now, which will be able to do a lot of damage to this Tapalette. It's really gonna come down to how fast the Groudon is, I think, because if Grass Knot doesn't pick up the knockout into the Groudon, and if I don't outspeed it, we have some issues. So we did get the knockout. So we saw Tailwind and Grass Knot so far. I don't know what the rest of the moves are on the Whimsicott. We're gonna see what comes out next. Gonna be that Groudon. And he gets to click Precipice Blades here, which is not fun for me. So I probably just protect Solgaleo and U-turn, or attempt to U-turn into my Venusaur. Actually, I U-turn to Groudon. Oh, I wonder if you have Wide Guard. If you expect me to have Wide Guard or not. I mean, I'm just gonna protect here. Oh, please don't be Random Chlorophyll on the Groudon. Random Chlorophyll would be no good against me. So we're gonna U-turn to Groudon, try to put in range of the Grass Knot from the Venusaur if possible, guaranteed. We're gonna see the Whimsicott retreat though. Interesting decision into the Incineroar. So my opponent doesn't even have the what's it called? Xerneas. So actually Solgaleo is useless. Alright, so let's see what my opponent goes for with the Groudon, as we will protect. I'm guessing it's Precipice Blades. You can't fake me out though, and then I can get a Grass Knot into the Groudon. Storming Tantrum. Into the Solgaleo. Oh no. Oh wait, no, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What I thought was potentially, oh, that's bad because, what I thought was like, oh, that's bad because of the fact that, now he gets double the power, but no, he doesn't actually. He doesn't actually get double the power. So we're gonna get Venusaur in, and this is a very safe. I wonder if he would protect. I wonder who you would flare, but the Venusaur or the Solgaleo. My play is always the Grass Knot the Groudon since it's in range. Psychic Terrain about to end. Oh, 2 turns. I don't need Solgaleo as much. I think I'm just gonna Sunsteel Strike the Incineroar because I'm thinking, oh yeah, you can knock out my Solgaleo here, but that's fine. Oh, he's faster. But that's fine. If I knock out Groudon, I'm in a good spot regardless. So, Precipice Blade's gonna knock out the Solgaleo. Like, here's the thing. I had my Sash on Venusaur, so I was safe no matter what. Oh, it's Life Orb on the Groudon. I guess maybe just didn't want to miss the Precipice Blades the first time. So, we will go for the Grass Knot into Groudon, which does pick up the knockout, and oh, that was the Pokemon I was super scared of the most. So we will see a Flare Blitz come out into the Venusaur, which is fine because now I don't have to worry about that Groudon anymore, and now I can just go out into my Incineroar combined with my Kyurem-Black, and this Kyurem-Black about to go to town. This Kyurem-Black's about to go to town. We'll go for the. I want to go for Earth Power straight away into Incineroar, or do I want to go for the Ice Beam into the Whimsicott? They both have their pros and cons here, so I kind of want to just go for the double up into the Whimsicott, because if I get rid of the Whimsicott, that's really good for me. Especially if the Whimsicott doesn't carry Protect, and chances are it doesn't. We will get Intimidate off into the Incineroar as well, so it does this damage. Let's see. Last turn Psychic Terrain, there 3 turns of Sun, which doesn't really matter too much. Gonna go for the U-turn and Ice Beam into Whimsicott. Yeah. Even if you Tailwind, that's fine. You have to take Flare Blitz recoil with your Incineroar. I don't even know if 2 Flare Blitzes actually knock out the Kyurem. So we'll go for Ice Beam U-turn. No, you have Protect! Oh, that's bad. That's actually very bad. Incineroar is slower than my Kyurem. Okay. Oh, it's just a knock. Into my Incineroar, huh? Okay. I still always target the Whimsicott regardless. Yeah, I always U-turn Ice Beam regardless. You might Encore me now, which sucks, but that's fine. I should still live a Moonblast plus a Flare Blitz into the Kyurem slot, and that means I should be able to get an Earth Power. Yep, he does actually have Moonblast, so it was Tailwind, Moonblast, a Grass Knot, and Protect. Yeah, I should live Flare Blitz, I think. Even in the sun. Like, Kyurem-Black's bulky. It has really good physical defense, too. It actually does have, like, impressive physical defense. We do knock the Whimsicott down to his Focus Sash. Thankfully, no special attack drop, because that would have been frustrating to deal with. Our Incineroars look like a speed tie. No burn, which is good. My 3DS is actually almost about... It's on blinking red right now. But I have my charger right here. So we are able to knock out the Whimsicott, which is really good. And now what I can do here is just Earth Power, Flare Blitz. Yeah. And we should be able to 1v1 the Incineroar. I think. I mean, my opponent's also intimidated and I'm not, so that's also a big factor to note. And we get a Sun Boosted Flare Blitz into my opponent who has to target down the Kyurem because he can't target down my Incineroar here. Did we proc Bear or no? Oh, we missed procking the Bear, so we actually get a straight Flare Blitz into the Incineroar, and that is going to be able to pick up the knockout, and that is going to be good game. Still never found out what Whimsicott set that was. If it was either a Chlorophyll set or if it was a Prankster set, because, you know, Prankster... Guaranteed Tailwind. That's it really for that Whimsicott. I actually think it's a Chlorophyll Whimsicott because of the ground pairing, because it makes more sense to me. But who knows? It could be either. I'm not sure. But I think overall, I think I got a bit lucky that game. I did get lucky. If my opponent went for Precipice Blades instead of going for a Stomping Tantrum, obviously that would have been absolutely huge. He would have been able to knock out my Incineroar. You would have been in a solid position. I guess my opponent was super scared of Wide Guard, so I commend my opponent by going for that. Although, I wonder if Stomping Tantrum, like, if it is the Wide Guard, I wonder if Life Orb Stomping Tantrum knocks out Incineroar. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm guessing it probably would. So, if you did predict the Wide Guard, maybe go for the Stomping Tantrum into the Incineroar slot instead. Maybe didn't want to let, I don't know, Trick Room get up, I guess, potentially from the Solgaleo, but luckily we were able to clutch it through. Oh, man. That was a close one. But hope everyone enjoyed today's episode of VGC 2019 Back Battles. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like down below on the video. It really does show your support, especially if you want to see this team on the Globe Link. Can we hit that like goal? But otherwise, you can check my stuff out down below in the description, such as my social media, like my Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch channels. You can check out the placement of the team down below. Feel free to leave a comment down below as well, as I do read them. And yeah, if you want to go that extra mile, there is my Patreon page linked down below in the description as well. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Have a great day, people. Until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.